Hi everyone, it's Jo here. A Conscious Mind chat with me to update you about the book Mastering Human. And while it was completed in 17 days, and that was fantastic and so empowering, so utterly and completely humbling to be a part of it, so empowering. And wow, it just was such a beautiful privilege and gift to be able to work on it and bring it all together for you all. Plus with the just just the dream team really of just supporters and profound supporters, I have to say. It's not insignificant that they were part of this journey along with us to create this book and to infuse their own energy into this. So it's fantastic. It is, without it sounding like a sales pitch, I'm just going to talk about the profound experiences that I had reading this book and still processing it. And it's a manual, and it is so profound. I can feel the energy all the way through it. Right there, supporting and encouraging and guiding. And the past lifetime regressions that are added into the book are very significant. Everything in the book is profound for all who are going to be experiencing it. And so, it's amazing. It's amazing how much our collectives and our guides, or, whomever you want to refer to them as, our subconsciouses, our higher selves, source, different types of collectives, so many beings who we know as even humans came and insisted with this and supported us all. They love us so utterly, completely. They want to give us all of the perspectives and information that we need to be able to be high frequency vibrational, to be able to not just sort of support ourselves and empower ourselves and balance ourselves, and to be of service to others, because we're here for them. We're here for everyone. While this is a great experience for our souls as well, our souls are not so self-focused, because we're such a collective, because we are truly all one. To plan a human life is just merely the illusion that we're separate. And so it seems like so many people are separating themselves from others because of that illusion of us being separate. We all experience the same range of emotions, regardless of whether we identify what others are going through or even what we're going through ourselves. And so this book is, I'm really consciously aware that it sounds like hype, and it's not fake hype. I can't wait to have more conversations with people who have read the book now and have shared, and what they want to share, their profound experiences, their perspectives, their big epiphanies, and just how they experience the book. And of course, we're all going to experience the book our own unique way, but it's so it's such a mind bend, that one book can be so profound for everyone. Just like how I notice many people will listen to one session and their feedback and responses are, that just was for me, that directly was, they were speaking just to me. And it's a gift, right? It's a real gift that they're giving you to speak to you. And it's like they are they're homesick for us, and they want to support us and inspire us. And it's like we've gone away to camp, to summer camp on Earth, and they're like on the phone, and they're not wanting to let us go. When I'm channeling them, even this morning, when I was filling into them, and they just didn't want to stop talking. They just wanted to hold us in this high frequency of love and just keep telling us that we are so special and so loved and so looked after. And there's really nothing that we should be worried about or stressed about or concerned about. We just can have full acceptance and trust, all is well. And I know that's a luxury of words, but being able to truly embody that, to truly feel that, and to know that and apply that to our daily living is seriously one of the most profound gifts you can give yourself. And so I invite everyone to be able to be on that journey to empower themselves at this time, because as we know, when we heal ourselves, we can heal all by being able to support them and be able to service more than us struggling to cope with them. So there's obviously just so much I could say. And I also just want to hug you and encourage you and tell you that everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. And when I finished Mastering a Human and was trying to figure out the best way to get it to you all, it seems like a few collectives came in behind the scenes. As you know, I do many sessions that aren't public, and they were saying that they were concerned that some of their collectives weren't doing as they were needing to. And it's like they were already looking into the future of how people were going to respond to being given the information. And if I just shared the PDF, it seems like some people wouldn't be printing them. And it seems like not necessarily for you guys, but potentially for those who can find the books afterwards, or be given the books afterwards after you finish them. It seems like you're all going to be guided to know exactly what you do with the printed books. And I know heaps of you have printed out Mastering Old Earth. And that's fantastic. But it seems like, well, when I thought, yay, I finished, woohoo, completed, they were like, well, first of all, we are going to just check because they're not too sure if people are doing the best for all. And they sort of saw that this wasn't, again, being printed as they were hoping. And they really want it like manually printed. And I understood that. And then they sort of keep seeing that some really vital, crucial souls are not getting the information. And it seems like Mastering Human is going to also be a book where people will read and discover for the very first time when they're experiencing the Old Earth experience. So they won't have the benefit of listening to sessions potentially. And it seems like this big push again to get things physical versus just relying on, say, the internet or power. Certain big souls won't be having that. So we know that things can change, and it can get really frustrating to try and knuckle down exactly what's going to happen as things are constantly evolving for the best of all. Well, we can all have assumptions that we know best for us, and that's fantastic, right? We have to include everyone because this is a significant event coming, and they've worked so hard on getting this the best experience for all. We have to honor them too, and accept them too, and respect them too, and all that stuff that we know. So they wanted a lot of things have changed. Once I realized we'd finished the book, then they looked ahead to see what was going on there, and they came back. They came back with notes, and the notes they had was, "We want you now to update Mastering Old Earth." And I thought, well, we've just finished one book. What? Are you sure? Asking for a friend. And so, yes, they wanted me and us to update Mastering Old Earth. And so that was interesting. So we did that, and then sort of went to them again and said, well, we've done this. How does that work out for humanity now that we've updated Mastering Old Earth? And they said, yeah, that's good. And they could sort of see how people were responding. And then they sort of said, but now we want it to be printed. We want it to be in a service. And they were like, they just keep guiding me. I think so many people messaged me the same messages in like a span of, I don't know, half an hour. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, it's loud and clear. So then I asked teams, because I want to make sure this is right, because, confession time, I think I may have been part of the problem by giving everyone the PDF. It didn't make everyone print it out. And so people sort of just, oh, well, it's on my computer, all is well, I'll get to it at another point. And then people didn't get to it. And another confession, I thought by giving people the PDF, it would be cheaper for them to print. And it's not the case at all. And so, pardon me, sorry, humanity, please, please, please forgive me. I obviously have an issue and had an issue with your money and not being mindful of not taking people's money and not forcing you to spend money that I know everyone works really hard for, and I don't want anyone to go without. And it's been my big motivation is to make sure everyone had the information that we were getting. And this is why I love free interns, because all the best things in life are free, and they should be free. And unfortunately, we're still living in this very dense society of systems, and it's cheaper for you to do what I've been guided to do. So please forgive me if this is a struggle or a hassle or a frustration for you. But they wanted me to load it up onto an Amazon service. And so you order it through Amazon and it prints it and delivers it to you. And that means that it's worldwide. Everyone has, or most countries have a branch or some sort of, I don't quite know how it all works, but for us in New Zealand, if we ordered it, I think it would be printed in Australia and then delivered to us through Australia versus paying for like American shipping. I could be wrong with this, but I have to trust. I have to trust what they're giving me is the best. And I again deeply honor and respect deeply all who have been diligent in complying to what they've asked from us. I know it feels like a hassle that they're needing stuff from us, but we're here to be of service. And it's not about pleasing the collectives really, and it's not about paying for companies to give you this information. It is about getting the information physically for those who will need this information when their lives have turned upside down. And so if we can just think outside of ourselves and even outside of our own personal pockets to think about what could we be of service to help others. I know if I was in a position where I was completely clueless of what was coming, and to know that someone cared about me enough that they had this hindsight to give me a book that was going to help me and my family and my situations. I mean, yeah, I would be extremely grateful. But I know that's just me, and I know that when we have explored into old Earth and who's here and how they're coping, this is really significant. And don't we all want to feel really helpful to everyone? I know that definitely drives and motivates me. So anyway, sorry, this is supposed to be like a tiny little chat, and I feel like this is, me mansplaining what's going on. But so finished mastering human, then was going to figure out the best way to be able to get it out to everyone, and then had lots of conversations behind the scenes, and then more collectives kept coming in, and then more information was added in to mastering human, mastering old earth. Oh, I can't remember now. It's like my children, I get their names muddled up. It's that. But what I'm trying to say to you is, pardon me for the cost of getting these books printed by Amazon. Pardon me if you have, I know a few people refuse to support Amazon because they don't want to be part of that agenda. And, and I also know lots of people that don't want to listen to YouTube because they also think it's a corporation and corruption and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. We could limit ourselves by doing that. But again, and you go in and you fill in with yourself if this is the most appropriate for all. It's hard to please everyone. And so, part of our life journey is to accept everyone's choices and experiences and free will. And when I sort of realized that by me giving the PDF to everyone shortcutted getting the physical copies to those who needed it the most, I felt really really disappointed with myself because I couldn't see the hindsight or the significance of it, because I just trusted people would do it. And So there's that. So there's lots of things going on. So I'm going to attach the link where you can buy them in soft copy cover, and you can buy them in hard copy cover, up to you. The same information, obviously. I just want you to know, though, that the size of the format of the printing, the paper for Mastering Human is big. It's a manual. It's not a small paperback book. It's a manual. It's I don't know the dimensions of it, but it gets printed as an A, like I think maybe an A4. So it's not a small paperback book. And it's because if it was, it would be like over 500 pages. And yeah, and they're just showing me the significance of having a bigger book that you physically hold, like flip over and stuff. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Sorry, I'm fully mansplaining this, but I deeply appreciate all of you, and I can feel that so many of you are very motivated to be of service, to be of help for all. And instead of us worrying about humanity, just feel our love and our hope and our trust and our faith in humanity, that they are going to get there. They will get there. But as I've explored in sessions, we have a time frame that this information has to get out by. And so I want to be honoring the collectives. I want to be honoring everyone, and I want to be honoring myself. And, I feel like I'm doing the best I can while still being human, because human's been fantastic, right? Human's awesome. Being human is awesome because, we get to feel all this range of emotions and choose what we want to do with them. And we want to see how others are choosing their range of emotions. And for many of us, this is a very unique experience being on Earth. And we mustn't take it for granted. We can have challenging days, especially if we don't drink our water and we don't ground ourselves. Right, my friends? So we're just trying to be kind to ourselves, kind to our bodies, kind to our families, kind to each other, and be really mindful that we are enough. We've always been enough. And while we're trying to learn how to empower ourselves the best way possible, we are exploring all of the ways not to empower ourselves and all of the ways not to empower humanity. And that was great, right? We learned really good stuff when we sort of were in the immature, disempowering phase. And that's cool. We needed to experience that and feel how that wasn't so uplifting. But we can't, be frustrated with ourselves about that. We can just have full acceptance of what's happened in the past and seize the moment for every step moving forward. See the joy in everything, see the love in everything, see the souls in everything. And remember, we're all one. We're all connected in. We're all brothers and sisters who love each other at a soul level, super crazy hard. We're obsessed with each other. And this is the reason why we've come down to Earth, to be with each other again in this crazy fun time, being on Earth. And we're going to look back at this for so many lifetimes ahead of us, for so long, and reflect back on what could be, for some of us, the hardest experiences we have ever had. And when we're looking back at our choices, are we going to be fully proud of ourselves for when the moment we realize the significance of how we can be helpful and how we can be of service? And did we step up to that? Because I know each person who has empowered themselves to step up to be of service, which is loving themselves so completely, they're not taking from others. And that they're loving others so completely, they're empowering them and inspiring them to realize the power of love. Anyway, I could just talk all day about how much I love you and how much the collectives just love and adore you. And we're here to be of service to help those people who are still lost, who are still not aware of who they are, not aware that they are souls playing the role of human. So anyway, my friends, I love you so much. I'm jazz handsing in my pajamas. I can't wait for you to get the book. I can't wait. And I want this so much for you, to empower yourself like it has empowered me and so many others. So I'm sorry for the delay, because when we submitted it to Amazon, there was some fun things with formatting. And then Amazon has gone through this long process of reviews and making sure it's up to their standards. And so, there's been some technical difficulties, but my faith and trust in our collectives is that when it is released, and for you to purchase, it will be the most divining time for all. And that's all we can accept, and that's all we can trust, really, right? Is just, I have utter faith that all is well, because I know how protected we are. I see it all the time in sessions. I hear it all the time. And I just love the experiences and the journey that I have had, because it has given me such strong faith and such strong trust that our collectives are truly there. They are truly there. And if they could jazz hands for us as well and dance for us, they would. And I know that they're celebrating, and I know that they're so excited for us, because this completion of experience is coming. It is coming. And it is such an amazing time, because so many souls are a part of this. It's so exciting. And yet we're still here. We still need to focus on the job we're here for, and not get distracted by future, not get distracted by past, but be distracted in loving ourselves and loving each other, and not taking the rest of the details so seriously. Use your energy wisely and invest in joy and love and all the good things in life. And it's souls, it's each other. We're the best things in life. Sometimes we just get lost and we forget that. Anyway, love, 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 love you guys. The links will be in the description of this video. And I just want to give you a big hug. And now I find that I don't want to stop talking, because I just want to keep telling you how much I love you. And if you aren't letting me love you, that is your inner work. Anyway, peer pressure to love, to feel my love, and to feel your love for self. I think that's the best peer pressure of all. Okay, bye. Celebrate life.